How's it going, everyone? I'm Gonzer, and today we're going to be talking about how I would bring Serena back to the anime. Okay, guys, this is a highly requested video, and if there is one video that you should share that is going to get this channel through hiatus without me calling it fucking quits because I'm tired of getting no views. Depression, I guess. This is the fucking video to share. Legit. Here it is. It's what I'm doing. Here we go. Let's go. First off, you need to understand that I'm not making any predictions here. This is not a prediction video. I have no delusions. This is a fan fiction video. Understand? I don't want to see anyone in the comments saying, hey, nice theory. It's not a fucking theory, guys. I have no delusions about Serena coming back to the anime. She might not. We don't know. We'll have to see. Second, I need to aver that with the current anime, if I were on the current writing staff, I would not bring Serena back. There's a couple reasons for that. First, her character is complete, and the end of her story involved, leaving the show, not needing to follow any other person, being her own person, not needing the guidance of someone like Ash Ketchum or Palermo. Second, Ash, he is nowhere near as mature as the Ash from XY, and that's no matter how much you wish that to be true. It's no matter how much I wish it to be true. I love that kid, but the current Ash is nowhere near as competent as the Ash from XY. He is nowhere near the leader. Basically, in other words, the current Ash Ketchum is less attractive to girls, and that's not a statement about his physical appearance in any way, although I guess you could make that too, because he is fucking uglier now than he was in XY, but that is a statement about his character. Probably the most important with Ash's character is that he isn't developed right now to the point that he gives a shit about girls. So he was toward that at the end of XY, I'd say they had him ready to start dating, but instead they're just like, oh, reset, you're gonna be a little 10-year-old guy again, retarded, let's send you on vacation, he. Make your animation look weird, make your drawing look weird, whatever you want to call it. So, just so you guys understand, the following story is gun to head. You have total power, get Serena back, make it good, or sleep with the fucking fishes kind of situation. That's what this is. So, as I stated, we have some clear issues to get around. First of all, what we need to do with Ash is we need to put him in a story arc with Go, where Ash becomes more of a leader and really comes out more mature and basically pull that former character out of him. What I would do is have Go's Raboot get interested in a new kind of Pokemon activity, say like a new Pokemon breakdancing activity, say that it's sweeping through Galar. I would have a Go be completely uninterested, thinking he can't do two things at once, and I would have Ash kind of get him to understand, yo, you can do these two things, and if you want to interact with Pokemon, you're going to need to do things that they want to do too. And he also points out that, Go, you seem to have interest in this before, when Raboot was over there frickin' breakdancing and shit, yo. Come on, in the past. You should be into this. And, he kind of, admits that he is, but he wants to be more about catching, and Ash kind of talks him into doing two things and at least trying it. Another thing that I would have Ash say is I'd have him be like, dude, I used to want to catch them all too, but at some point, it just stopped mattering to me, and I found out that the numbers didn't really matter. It didn't really matter that Gary had 30 Pokemon or whatever and I had 2. I found out that the numbers were just numbers, and that the journey and the friendship mattered infinitely more. And that right here would be a good idea to have Ash reiterate why he kind of resets, where he'd just be like, I'm in this for the journey, for the nostalgia, and for being an efficient trainer. So essentially at this point, Go is going into this Pokemon breakdancing thing, and we're gonna soon learn who is at the top of Pokemon breakdancing. Our girl, Serena. So when Ash finds this out, he sees her on TV, just kind of blankly stares and Go is highly complimenting her at this time. And he's shocked that anyone could be that good, but Ash kind of snaps out of it and tells Go, he's like, oh, You really have your work cut out for you, Go. You're right. So, as that TV spot kind of ends, say they're just seeing this walking through Galar, you kind of see like a commercial for the upcoming event that Go is going to be at. So we find that Go and Serena are going to be at the same location, meaning Ash is going to be at the same location as Serena. Ash, he doesn't tell Go a thing about Serena at this point, and he just shows signs of like being nervous, and he's also kind of like daydreaming and not paying attention to Go. For example, he starts kind of like dreaming, like that night he starts dreaming about Serena at the escalator, but then before like the kiss happens, Go wakes him up. So Ash and Go, they kind of head to the stadium, and Serena's putting on her performance, and mid-performance, Serena kind of meets eyes with Ash and kind of screws up a tiny bit, but her Pokemon, you know, kind of covers it up like we'd seen in the past. After Serena's performance is done, her and Ash just kind of lock eyes and just sit there and look at each other, and Go comments like, "She's looking right at me, I told you, this is my destiny to beat this girl." So we get to Go's performance, and he does quite well for a first-timer, but he suffers a fall mid-dance, and when he looks up for Ash, Ash just isn't there. So we follow Go after this. We follow Go, and he's getting ready to leave, and he's quite angry with himself over his failure. He goes looking for Ash, and he has trouble finding him. But then he comes across, you know, Pikachu playing with Serena's Pokemon, like just outside a closed door. And he's like, "Pikachu, where's Ash?" And Pikachu points to the door, and Go goes through the door, and he literally walks in on Ash kissing Serena, like making out with Serena. If Ash is ever gonna grow up, he needs to move on to dating people, and putting his girlfriend and his best friends at odds is a pretty good way to create drama that is PG and get her done. I mean, the story done, not Serena, geez. We get this awkward scene where Ash kind of explains to Go, like later that night, who Serena is and how he knows her. And as this happened, the shot just kind of, you know, fades away into the night, because we don't need to know the whole story. We just need to know that Go was brought up to speed here. So the next day, we see that Ash and Go are heading back to Kanto, and Ash talks with Serena before leaving to Kanto, as they're like sitting there mapping out the dates when they're gonna see each other. And as Ash is about to leave, he just goes, "Hey, Serena, I need to ask you something." And we get like that old school shot of Serena, you know, being very nervous and like shaking on the inside, while like on the outside she's standing there like all normal. And you know, Ash just goes, "Serena, will you be my..." And we don't hear that final word. Like the shot just quickly fades as you see like a smile on Serena's face, but it quickly fades, and we don't get to hear the end of the sentence, okay? And then we move to Ash and Go. They're getting on a plane, and Go says something to Ash, but you just hear like that muffled kind of thing you hear when people are daydreaming in shows. And Ash is just entirely tuned out and out to Go, and he's not listening to Go, and it pisses off Go. So Go like outright disses Serena. He is like, "Yo, what is with you? That girl is my rival, and you said that you would be here for me. How can you do that when you're kissing my rival? And you know what? Forget it. She wasn't that good anyway. She wasn't that good of a dancer. I'm gonna beat her myself." And so then the episode ends. Ash is, he's kind of looking angry, looking out the window of the airplane, and he says, "Don't talk about my girlfriend that way." And we end on a shot of Go just looking absolutely shocked, and Ash is just still looking out the window angrily. So that is the story, and I believe that if the anime were to start from there, that would be a lot of storytelling fuel. It would give Serena as a major secondary character who we can have around as much as she want. Since Serena would be at the top of something, it would make sense for this to be like a second chapter of her life. It would get around that earlier issue that I spoke about. And it'd be a new chapter of Ash's life more than that, because we get to move Ash, past age 10, 11, whatever, onto actually dating. I think it would be an interesting place to go when you have his main companion, his main male companion, like a rival of his girlfriend. There's a lot of fuel there, so I don't know. I think you could do a lot with that. I'd be, if I were the writer, if I were on the writing team and I had peer power, I could do a lot with that, for sure. So, I'm gonna leave you guys with a question, and that is, if Serena were to return, should she date Ash, or should she just be, a chase kind of a love interest like she was during XY? I'd say they should move on to dating and bring Pokemon into the future. I don't know about you guys. Let me know. But for now, guys, I shall say, if you liked this video, please like the video. Please comment if you have any comments. Please subscribe. Just click subscribe anyway, even if you hated the video. Just fucking with you guys. But most of all, guys, share. I really appreciate you guys watching these videos. And man, I'm putting a lot into this channel lately, and it sucks that the hiatus has kind of eaten up the progress of the channel, but what the fuck do you do? Just gotta try to stick it through, right? But that'll be it for today, guys. Thank you. Peace out, cats.